Okay, this one, good morning, is going to be a quick one. I want to reframe sales right now. I wanted just to help you reframe the way how you look at sales because so many of you are thinking sales is yucky, okay? And I want to help you today. If you are new to me, I am Stephanie Zima. I am helping online entrepreneurs to get off the emotional roller coaster that you attached with all the time, fear, anxiety, overthinking, overwhelm, all the stuff that's holding you back from the success that you are wanting to achieve. And I'm helping you off this roller coaster onto a solid foundation from confidence that you feel good about it, clarity that you know what you need to do and how to do it, and then courage to take the action. Okay, that's what I do for people. So reframing sales today is the key. So many people are thinking that when you're in sales, you have to hustle all the time. You have to hustle, you have to hound people, you have to make big, huge lists, you have to constantly, yes, you have to do all those things. But part of sales is also how to be serving. What do you serve with? Okay? How do you serve somebody? Meaning, what do you have to offer? To really take the time to think through these things is important, okay? If you are operating in a cold market, you cannot be successful if you're only making lists and reaching out to people. You will never be all successful because the people will not like you, they will not trust you, they will not know you, they will be like, who is this chick who's sending me a message? If you don't have content, see, if I send a message to somebody now, they're gonna go onto my social media and they see a gazillion different videos from me that will show them all the stuff that I've been talking about. So they immediately will say, oh, wait a minute, that woman knows about cold market, that woman is this and this and this and that. So they have their key deciding factors, whether or not they're liking me, or they're resonating with my content, or they're not. So what happens when I send them a message? They're gonna go onto my social media, right? The moment they're gonna get a message from me, they're gonna go onto my social media and they're gonna look at it and say yes or no, okay? Yes or no. They like my nose or they don't like my nose. They like my accent or they don't like my accent. They like that I show up with a cold or they don't, right? You have to be okay with that rejection, that initial rejection, because you're serving. You're not selling everybody. You're serving. You're serving them if they want to be served, right? With your content, first and foremost. So when you do that, you have to think about it that way. So that already is sales because I've just already sold myself. If I send a message and somebody sends me a message back, I already sold myself, so to speak, right? I sold myself to be worthy of a conversation. That does not mean I sell a mentorship. That does not mean I sell a product. That does not mean I sell a one-on-one coaching session. No, that means I sold myself enough to have a conversation. See, I think the understanding that we have is that when we make a conversation, we immediately sell a product. But maybe the person doesn't want that product. Maybe that person doesn't need that product. Maybe that person is better than we are and we can learn from them. And that was something that I had to learn the hard way. I mean, I sent so many messages and some were very embarrassing. And now I recognized that when you sell, you're selling with everything. You're selling with your content, you're selling with your messages, you're selling with your engagement, you're selling with the way who you are, okay? Because the way you show up will either attract people or will repel people. People will say, oh man, what she's talking about is kind of interesting, okay? So then they're gonna come either and pay attention and they're tuning into your content or they're not. And if they are not, then they are not going to, okay? They're not going to, and they're going to be out, which is a good thing because if they're out, they're not meant for you. But the people that are in, that are going to wanting to do that are going to watch this and be there with you, right? Those people may hear you. Those people may want to be part of what you are. So, or what you're doing. That is sales, okay? So you've got to make sure that when you're thinking of sales, you're not just thinking about hustling and list making and doing things. You got to think about, how can I sell myself? How can I sell myself to those, how, like when they say serve, right? Sometimes the word serve doesn't really sit well with me, just like the word selling myself to other people doesn't really sit well with me. I wish I gotta think of a different word, right? I gotta think of a different word. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, you gotta show up. You gotta show up as you, completely authentically, with all you've got. With all you've got. Because there's somebody that you can help. Right? There's somebody that you can help know more, do better, be better to their kids, whatever it is, be healthier, have better hair, whatever it is you're selling, right? Or feel homier because the senses that you're having, or have a cleaner environment, whatever it is. So those kind of things, that's what you got to think about. What can you do for people, and how can you show up? How can you show up more? Not in a hustly way of like spammy messages, but how can you show up more so that people get to hear you, get to know you, get to like you, and get to trust you, okay? For me, it's videos, daily videos, it's reels. This is where I can really quickly have a message. And then I also have this online course, the free online course that I decided to put out there completely for free, so that people get a chance to know me, get a chance to hear what I have to say about this, because I honestly, genuinely want you to learn what I have to tell you. I've hustled through this 8 years, and it was so many tears that I can probably save you, you know, and that's what I do for people. That's what I like to do for people. So that's what I'm here to do. You've got to figure this out. What is your message? What do you want to do for people? What do you want to do for people? And then show up with that a lot more. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. Check out the course. Bye.